Hey, what's up, everybody? CJC presents WandA Workouts in Anime, bringing you basement vlogs. Are these vlogs if I'm not like actively talking it on the camera? Well, anyway, the point of today's video is to show some basement workouts, ones that I do when I am working out at home. For the most part, I just go to the gym, but if I find an instance where like, hey, I need to stay home, or it's like too late to go to the gym, or the gym's just flat out closed by the time I get home from work or something, then I'm gonna work out at home. So that's the point of today's video. Also going to be discussing some channel updates, current workout splits, and things that I've personally learned from my fitness journey throughout this last year. So to talk about that, maybe it'll help you out, who knows. But that being said, on screen we have warm-up sets, just doing 2 warm-up sets. I'll go for 1 or 2 typically, just to see how I'm feeling. At this point I was feeling very lethargic, right? Lethargic, pretty sure that's the right word I'm using there. So I wanted to give myself a second warm-up set of RDLs. Great exercise, especially if I want to get a stretch in the hammies and the glutes. And something that I've learned in this journey the last year, using straps. Alright, so this weight I wouldn't be able to do with my current grip strength for continuous sets of 4. That's just the reality of it. My grip strength isn't all that isn't all there, so I definitely have to use straps, especially if I want to focus on lower body movements. This year I did 315 as a conventional deadlift with straps, and I never thought something like that would be possible considering how my grip strength actually is. That was like in around April or so, and you can check it on my Instagram. I'll leave that in the link, or I'll leave it in the description box below. You can see it in one of my highlight stories. That mind you, it's not the greatest form, but it's something that I just never thought would be achievable, right? Because I would fail without straps at that point. I don't know what it would be now, but at that point I would fail for like 275 for sets of 5. So I didn't think that I'd never hit 300 on something. So the fact that it was a deadlift, hey, that's pretty cool. I know my lower body's quite strong. It's not the biggest, unfortunately. I wish I had bigger legs. But I know I'm quite capable of doing more weights. So I definitely incorporated straps, even with back training as well. I'm going separate and going off topic with leg training here. But, incorporating straps, I definitely have slept on them. Because, it's like, well, in a real life situation, you're not going to have straps. But I'm not, like, I just want to look good right now. That's what I want. Although, to be fair, I'm kind of stuck in a body dysmorphia purgatory where I definitely get complimented on my physique now, but it's something that I'm not personally satisfied with. That I don't think I ever will. Who knows when I'll ever be satisfied with my my own physique? It's a good question, but I digress. I'm getting too sentimental here. So here's some channel updates for you. Yes, I will be continuing to do Gundam Witch from Mercury. Seeing there's been a lot of hate for it because it's too pro-feminism. I'm not too sure, but this is literally the first time Gundam has gone in this direction, and a lot of the Gundam shows definitely reflect current topics. Like Double O Gundam actually made commentary, or had some commentary on the war on Iraq, right? So there are some things where they have commentary on and it reflects in their medium. So I definitely think it's interesting, and I definitely want to watch more episodes. I think I'm on episode 5. I think I'm on episode 5. I'm not too sure. But there's 12 episodes, I think. I don't know if that's just season 1 or like that's just the anime. If it is, then hey, I will be finishing it and I'll be doing a complete deep dive on it, once I do all my reviews. But we'll get there once we do. And this is my last set of RDLs here. Make sure I'm slowing down every rep, and I'm finishing that. It's painful. I don't know why, but those weights feel much heavier. And then here I'm setting up for a Bulgarian split squat. Now this is how I set it up, where I sit down on the bench, I let my legs go out, and then wherever my heel is, that's where I'm going to be placing my foot. In this case, I put a plate there. This way I can get a much deeper stretch or deeper engagement in the quads when I do my Bulgarian split squat. I prefer dumbbells because I like going to failure each leg. I just feel much safer. So with the barbell, again, which the weight feels heavier than a regular 25. I don't know if that's just me. So I'm doing it, repping it out here, which is unfortunate. I do wish I had dumbbells in case I work out at home. But what's great is that adjustable dumbbells are now way cheaper than they were like peak pandemic. Peak pandemic, a set of adjustable dumbbells that go up to 50 pounds was like 700. Now it's like you can get 100 for a single. If not, you can get like 200 for two, which is freaking fantastic. So it might be something I'd want to purchase just for future events. And in case something else happens again, which might be unfortunate, but hey, at least this is something I have. Whereas here, with the barbell, I can't really do it safely. I have to push it overhead and back, which doesn't necessarily feel great on my shoulder. But definitely gotta rep these Bulgarian split squats out as I'm trying to set up here, making sure I'm safe, situated. So definitely the technique that I incorporated in set 1 of 3 to set up for a Bulgarian split squat. I highly recommend doing that. Check it out. See if that works for you. Let me know how it does. I think it's a great setup, especially with the plate. If you don't have, maybe you don't have a plate or something, squat shoes with the heel elevated, that's also a good alternative, which is essentially what the plate is being used for. This way I can get a deeper stretch. I could dorsiflex better, so it's the ability to just move my knee or bend my ankle to where my knee can go past my foot. I don't have the greatest dorsiflexion. I'm definitely improving on it as I am incorporating more Bulgarian split squats, calf raises as well, doing considerable calf work, not just standing calf raises but also seated. And this is the last set. I had to raise the shorts a little, even though the lighting's not doing me justice. But yeah, so currently I definitely got sidetracked, but currently that's the plan, to continue to review Gundam the Witch of Mercury. There are also plenty of other mediums that I do want to review and give it an analysis for. There's just so much great content that's out there. I want to give my thoughts on One Piece Odyssey. I haven't played it personally, but I do want to give my thoughts, because what I initially thought One Piece Odyssey was going to be, it was far from it. So there is that. That's what I want to do in terms of the anime, in terms of working out. I have a lot of videos I want to do. I want to release a book. Book's going to be coming. Definitely not anytime soon. I definitely want to get the ball rolling on it this year and hopefully publish it by 2024 or 2025. That's the goal. But I just want to get the ball rolling here. Following up, what you're seeing on screen here is a banded leg curl. I love doing leg curls. A great alternative would be doing like a glute ham raise, where you're anchoring your feet somewhere and you're just moving your body through your knee joint. It's a great alternative, but I like doing leg curls. Doing it this way, you get more of the concentric of the leg curl and not so much of the eccentric, which is great because, hey, I certainly felt my hammies the next day, and I'm doing that each leg. I apologize, I know it's not the greatest camera angle here, as I'm pretty sure I'll get to move it once I switch over to my right leg, but I'm doing each leg to failure. Getting back to what I was discussing prior. Definitely have a lot of ideas what I want to incorporate, especially for the channel, and just for my own personal hobbies. I did finish school, so the next job, I actually got a job, will be as a nutrition educator, which I'm really excited for. I love helping people, believe it or not. So the fact that I'll be able to do that for a living is great. Discussing what's on screen, I'm only going to be showing set 1 or a single set for the rest of the exercises. So after Bulgarian split squat, you'll only see 1 set that I recorded from each workout. Here, following up, we have banded leg extensions. Hey, people love doing leg extensions. Obviously, we don't have a leg extension or a good leg extension machine at home that's not like super fucking expensive. So you can actually do it this way, where you're setting up the bands. Definitely a lot of shoulder work, because you're in that position for long periods of time. If you want a deeper leg stretch, then definitely set your feet up onto an elevated position and not like where I am in a downward facing dog position. You can put your feet on a bench or a chair and continue to do the same thing. I'm doing 1 leg at a time, and make sure you're wearing sweatpants, because the band felt so fucking uncomfortable. It literally felt like I was getting clapped with a rubber band. And I'm losing fucking leg hairs. I got a ton of leg hairs, so it's definitely super fucking uncomfortable. Just make sure you wear long pants when you're doing this leg extension. You might think to yourself, well, why don't you do it like seated and set up how you set up the leg curl? It doesn't work. I tried. Certainly tried. So this variation, you're going to accomplish the same thing. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to be a nutrition educator. I'm really excited for that. So, there are a lot of ideas that I want to incorporate, a lot of studies that I want to look at, mind you, for the channel, because I think there's just a lot of information out there that I think people aren't getting or just don't have that much access to. So I want to be able to put information out there that can easily be accessed. Here we're going to failure, and that's all I mustered. Alright, so next up we have a banded hip adduction, where I wrap a band around my knees and I'm just trying to push them apart, as far apart as I can, and I'll get to work the glute abductors. So what's the difference? How do you distinguish abduction and adduction? Well, ABD, abduction, sounds like getting abducted, right? I think it's actually that. So your legs are going away from your body, meaning they're getting abducted, whereas the following exercise, hip adduction, we are adding. So we are adding the leg in, we're bringing the leg in, we're adding something. So think of it that way when doing when distinguishing abduction and adduction. Now in a moment, I'll realize that I'm not at the greatest camera angle for my next leg, so you're going to see me do a little speed cut and switch over to the next one. But yeah, I certainly have a lot of thoughts that I want to share and get out, especially with what my current training split is now. So right now I'm doing a upper-lower split, which I have found to be marvelous. Today's day that you're seeing is more of a lower body pull focus, whereas I'll have one day that's more of a lower body push focus. Same thing with my upper and low, my 2 upper body days. First upper body day is more of a push focus, and my second upper body day is more of a pull focus. But I still have a healthy combination of both exercises, so that's the key. And it's also frequency, and it really benefits my own schedule, where I'm only working out 4 days of the week, and I can do those days consecutively, or I can break it up where, like, right now it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's an active rest, so cardio, and then Thursday, Friday again. but I can also do Monday, rest, and then, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on and so forth. So that's the current split right now. I've been focusing more on reps, and I've personally noticed a ton of growth. I've stopped obsessing over numbers, and I think that's the biggest thing, and maybe this will be, I can discuss that in its own video, but I've noticed a tremendous amount of growth. And this is the last clip of the workout. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the comment section below and in the next video. We're going to be back in action. Peace.